Hey guys, welcome back to the vlogs. Currently in Brisbane Airport now, about to take off. Seoul's about a 10-hour flight, so similar distance to Japan, but it's kind of on the same timeline, so it might be an hour ahead or hour behind, so it's alright. You don't get too thrown off with all the times, and obviously I can work from up there. So traveling is probably the one thing that makes me like super happy. I just love jumping on planes and going to random countries and just experiencing the culture. I used to travel to go see like tourist spots, but now I just try and dive into the city culture, and I try and live when I travel how I live at home. So I wake up, train, usually do 2-3 hours work in the morning, and then use the afternoon to explore and go try new food and go tap into the city and its people and see what it's all about. So really looking forward to that. But one thing I do when I travel is I always have a spare pen and paper. And I saw this thing on Instagram one time, and for me it's so true, where being up in the air, up in altitude, maybe detached from technology, I feel like I come up with all my best ideas. I feel like that's where I'm most creative. So I always have a pen and paper in my bag, and then I'll just like write down ideas or like different business ideas, different ways we can improve business, different lifestyle things that I want to improve. Like if I want to get something in life, I'll reverse engineer it, and I just write down all these notes. And to be fair, I don't always go back to the notes, but it clears my mind through it, and then I feel like it makes it like a lot more crystal clear when I do go to pursue them. And a lot of times, a lot of those ideas are shit, but they're no longer just sitting in my mind. I think when we're in our normal routine with work and working out and life, and if you got families, we can come up with creative ideas a lot. We don't jot them down on paper and flesh them all the way out. So it's kind of one thing I really love to do. I used to just jump on planes and try and sleep as much as possible, or just watch movies, but I try and maximize that altitude thing when you're up in the air to come up with some better ideas. So yeah, currently 7 o'clock right now, and I've got a flight at 8, so just going to cruise around the airport and do some work, but see you guys in South Korea. I just got to Seoul, South Korea just now. Like I said, it's probably my 5th time here, but no plans tonight. Roughly about 28 degrees at the moment, and it's about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So just gonna get to my hotel, have a shower, and then go grab some dinner. Craving Korean barbecue, or they've got this like chili dish that I always chase after. Kind of reminds me of like a ball up, but so no plans tonight. Just gonna get home, get a shower, charge all my shit up, and probably get ready for tomorrow, grab some dinner. So I'll bring the camera along anyway. Whenever I'm in a place that's got Shake Shack, it's literally like one of my favorite burgers to have. There it is right there. Got some fries and got a milkshake as well. So I'm smashing out the steps. I'm starving, but everywhere I go, Shake Shack's always up. Everywhere I go, Shake Shack's always up, really consistent. So I reckon it's better than In-N-Out, way better. I feel like everything's just way more fresher. But there's the burger, double meat patty, tomato, lettuce, mayo up the top. I like my burgers basic, so. One thing I like to do when I travel is try and keep it in sort of similar routine as I do back home. So sort of wake up, train, coffee, and then get through some work. So this sounds like a little bit contradictory, but I enjoy traveling, but I hate being on holiday. So I figured this out a while ago, where I'd go on holiday and I'd find myself just getting bored, like sitting around the pool, and then I'll just book flights and end up going home. So if I try and keep a similar routine as if I live there, I find myself enjoying my trips a lot better. So normally train in the morning, go for a coffee, do some work for about 2-3 hours, and then sort of take the afternoon off. Today just gonna do 300 reps. Gonna do 6 different exercises, 2 push, 2 pull, 1 set of legs, and just some core. So each exercise is gonna do 50 reps, and then move on to the next exercise. I planned on doing some runs over here, but I think just me being on my feet over here with the humidity, I'm going to be knocking up some steps and some Ks, and obviously just going to be in the heat the whole time. So I think that's just going to be some low-key sessions in cardio, just walking around. So going to do push-ups, dumbbell shoulder press, seated row, upright row with dumbbells, and just going to do some body weight squats, and then finish with 50 sets of sit-ups. So it won't be anything too crazy. Like I said, just trying to get over here and
maintain, not lose anything by the time I get home. Plus gonna be doing a lot of eating over here, just for the vlog, and obviously when you travel, you wanna have like local cuisine and eat in those vibes. So yeah, let's get into it.
All them other niggas lame and you know it now. When a real nigga hold you down, you supposed to drown. Bam. Bam.
Honey. If you're ever in Seoul, I stay in a place called Itaewon. It's a really cool place. It's sort of like a little bit young, really cool fashion, a bit of a nightlife here as well, and the food's still pretty good. But I always stay in a place called Imperial Palace Boutique Hotel, and it's kind of just outside the Gucci shop. So this is my 5th time staying here, and what I've sort of figured out is this is kind of like the halfway point. So if you walk out of Gucci, go to the right, that's kind of where the nightlife is. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. And if you go to the left, there's all the cool stores and cool shopping. So the way it sort of works is if you go down Itaewon Road, if you think of this as prime real estate, you're going to have all the like designer shops like Gucci. But the cool parts about this are just off to the sides. So you go down the main road and probably the end is about to come discuss on. And then if you go left to the alleyways, there's some really cool shops. And then if you go right across the road, duck down the alleyways down there, some pretty cool shops, cool cafes and cool restaurants as well. So let's just go for a bit of a look around. Probably in terms of fashion here at the moment, a lot of it is still like super wide and super baggy. They're just starting to roll into winter, so it's about 33 degrees here at the moment. But if you're a bigger store, you're starting to put out all your winter stock because obviously you're heading into 6 months of winter, and it does get pretty cold down here. But so a lot of things that I'm seeing is Koreans, they still wear their stuff like super baggy, probably a little bit baggier than what we'd wear them down in Australia. Heaps of knitted, so I think knits are going to be going around for a bit longer, and a lot of distressing on everything. So if you think about fashion, it always starts as something really basic. So say knits start to come in, and then it starts to get a little bit wider, and the last progression before they start to exit out is when they start to get them distressed. So when I'm looking around, a lot of things are distressed at the moment, but it looks really, really cool. Not too sure if it's stuff that would work for our brand, but we'll see how we go. But this is sort of the vibe around Itaewon. Like I said, it's pretty young and hip, so at night time there's a bit of a nightlife, but sort of when you walk down the main road and if you turn left down like these little alleys like this, these are where, in my opinion, all the cool shops are. So cool restaurants, cool cafes, they're all pretty small, but just places like this. Places like that, and then you'll see like some really cool cafe. You just cruise down these back streets and you just find cool stores, cool restaurants, and hopefully find some cool people too. So this is the thing I love about Seoul. So if you think about like cities in general, so say if you live in Sydney or you live in the Gold Coast, like we don't hang around Surfers Paradise or we don't hang around the Opera House. Now when you first go to new cities, obviously you want to go check out some of those land spots, and Seoul's got plenty of them. But in my opinion, the best parts are all in the back streets and all in the side streets. Now if you think about boutique cafes and boutique restaurants, they can't really afford to rent on main streets, so they get main streets that are popular and just get their stores a couple streets back. This is where I found all my sort of good food spots, and we just sort of roll from there. But one thing I love to do with food, especially in Asian countries, I try and find a few different things. So there's a lot of times I'll just walk, and then wherever the flow of traffic is going in terms of foot traffic, I just seem to follow them. And then if a group of people walk into a restaurant, I'll go try that restaurant. Now the keys to good Asian restaurants, in my opinion, is one, they've got to be small and sort of boutique-y, like they can't be too big or else they're too commercialized. Two, they've got to be down the back alley somewhere or some dingy spot, so I'm not looking for anything fancy. Three, they've got a one-page menu, so when you walk in, they only do 2 or 3 things, but they do these things really well. So if you think about a restaurant that's got 50 pages, no chef can cook 50 things that well. It's the same as anything in life. You can't do too many things too well. So if they've got a one-page menu, it's really good. 4, if their waiter can't speak English, even better. That means no Westerners go there. So there's times I walk into restaurants here and I'll ask for a seat and they'll just go like, don't speak English. 5, one thing I like to do, and I try and my hardest to say it, is like, I always ask like, if it's your last day on earth, or if you would recommend any dish for a loved one, what would it be? I don't really look at the menu and try and pick anything out. I just go, what would you eat? And then give me that. And the last one is, and it's a bit of a cheeky one, is if they've got bad customer service, it usually means the food's good. So if you've got a packed place full of locals, it's small and boutique, you've got a one-page menu, There's the waiter that doesn't speak English, and they've got bad customer service. Food's gonna be fire, trust me. There's a couple of really cool stores in Itaewon, but one of my favorite ones is this one here. It's called Bika. Always some really cool stuff in there, but let's go check it out. I'm not allowed to film in these types of stores. They get sort of angry straight away, but yeah, if you're ever in Itaewon, come check out Bika. But this is kind of like the main sort of nightclub strip, so basically all the way down there, it just goes like club after club after club, and then all the way down there as well. So there's all these little bars. Each bar has a theme to it. There's obviously American themed ones. There used to be a Kiwi one. There used to be a Kiwi fish and chip shop at the end of that. I went up there one time, but I've never really gone out here, to be honest. Probably a couple of years ago, I always had a girlfriend, and I've always flown there solo. But I'm just gonna go grab some dinner, go into a place called Maple Tree. I've been here a few times. It's just Korean barbecue, a little bit exy for what you can get. Obviously, you can just get normal grilled barbecue, but I'm just gonna go grab some food, and then might go for a beer later. Alright, Korean barbecue is probably my favorite thing to eat in the whole wide world. So meat, veggies on the barbecue, can't really complain. Flying in here solo, thank you. So here's the dishes. Obviously kimchi, one of my favorites. This is like a bit of a potato salad, but it's a little bit mashed up. And some more sort of kimchi style, I think. Salt and pepper, not too sure what those are. Salt, pepper, some chili sauce. Obviously got the lettuce to wrap the meat in. Probably another slaw, not too sure what that is as well. And a garden salad. And here's the meat that I got. So obviously got steak, a bit of pork, sweet potato, and onion. Like I said, this is like literally one of my favorite ways to eat in like the whole world. Obviously, if you've been to Korean barbecue before, they also do it in Japan. I forgot what it's called, but I'm excited, pretty happy. A good life, man. Pickled mushroom. Okay. Last one is pickled mushroom. Kimchi, and then what's this one? Dry radish. Alright, so pickled mushroom at the end, dry radish, potato salad, tofu, and then obviously kimchi. Kimchi, the ground. Who made this?
Potato.
Yum.
Potato.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The chili.
Yes. Salt.
Salt?
Yeah.
Thank you. Here's some meat. Obviously cooked medium rare. A little bit of salt, as she said. A bit of chili. And I normally just wrap that in there. Some lettuce. Yum. Very good. But obviously can't beat Korean barbecue in Korea. Took you a little bit later. Alright, just finished up a feed now. I'm just going to take you guys through the main little strip of the sort of night area. Kind of just your standard Asian alleyway party joint. But that's the vibes here. Heaps of smoking out on the lawn. A bit of a vibe. Little shisha lounge just on my right. Not too many tourists, which in my opinion is like a good thing. But basically it's just like a little bar after a little bar. A few people getting blind. And that's it. Different music everywhere. This is like a local tourist spot. Yeah, it's pretty chill at the moment. I was probably here about 10 o'clock last. I just went to go grab some dinner and I was walking back home. Probably a lot more busier, or maybe that was one of the bigger nights out. But tonight is Wednesday, so it must be a chill night tonight. But yeah, if you're ever in Itaewon, want to come for a bit of a night out, come check this place out.
Second day here and I fly home tomorrow, so kind of today's plan is to go out to a place called Gangnam, obviously made famous by that like Gangnam style. Got a pretty big mall there. I think I've taken you guys there before. It's a place with the big bookshelves, but there's a couple cool stores in there. And then I'm gonna head into the back streets of Gangnam. There's some really cool streetwear stores based around there too, so you just got to dip around the alleys. But currently lunchtime, I haven't eaten today, so just gonna go find some food first. So gonna go find some food, come back, have a shower because it's fucking so hot here, and then head out to Gangnam, come back, probably have another shower, get some food, and then heading out to the night markets, which is probably the main reason I come here. There's this group of markets by a place called Itaewon, and got some really cool stuff on there for cheap too. So the main reason I come up here is to go check out those night stores. So first and foremost, let's go find some food.
All right, just got to our lunch spot now. I've been there before, but it's called Johnny's Dumplings. So they do a couple things. They do a couple like dim sums and like this mussel broth chowder thing. I remember it being really good, so pretty keen to get back here again, but let's go check it out. Can I get the dumpling soup, please? And mussel? Yeah, mussel. And then can I get the semi-fried shrimp and pork? Thank you. So here's what we have here. We've got mussels at the top. They've got this broth on the side, and then underneath all of that they have some wontons. So yeah, this is basically what they've been known for. Seems pretty basic, but they just nail this broth. Yum. Probably tastes more so like pippies and mussels. They same as mussels, but and then yeah, underneath a couple wontons. Look like that. Yeah, wow. Second plate that comes off, these really good. Got pork and shrimp on the inside. Obviously just got to smash with a bit of soy sauce. We'll try a plain one first. Get about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get about 10 of these for maybe $10. Oh, just finished up a feed. If you're ever in Itaewon, go check that place out. Johnny's Dumplings. Probably good 8.5, 9 out of 10 for me. Loved it. I'm just gonna head back to the hotel, charge this shit up, and then gonna head off to Gangnam. I just got to Starfield COEX Mall. It's in Gangnam, one of the cool places. It's got this big library that you can go up and down on. But I always love coming out to this area. There's a lot of cool street stores out here too. I remember I snuck into an off-white party when Virgil was there, maybe a couple of vlogs ago. You can go see that. But it's pretty cool. Like, this whole space is a massive vast library, and obviously there's lots of photos getting taken on. But there's a couple cool stores in here that I love to go to, and I'm just going back down the escalator, and I love going to. But there's like this really local store. I forgot what it's called, but it's got all these up-and-coming Korean brands that I like to go check out. And then, yeah, just gonna cruise around these ways. Honestly, way too hot to be outside, but if you're ever gonna come check out the fashion, go to Gangnam. And then look at my last vlog. I go through the back street. There's some pretty cool stores there. Still see Nike, all those types of stores. But yeah, I'm just staying inside today. It's just way too hot. But come check it out. How cool is this? All right, last night here in Seoul. Sort of the main reason I come here is to go check out this place. It's a night market. If you go to Duda Mall and look straight across the road, head down these like back alleys like this, you'll find the place. It's pretty hard to find because it's kind of like a locals only joint. I had this Kiwi guy put me onto this place when I first come here, and every time I come to Seoul, I come check out these night markets. And basically what it is, it's like a wholesale to the rest of like Seoul. So say if we had like a General Pants in Bondi and they wanted to top up on supplies, they'd come to this place at night time, because this is open from now till 5 in the morning, get all the new clothes so their store's topped up by the time they get back. So it's a good little place to come check out, and I always like coming through here because you check out all the new like fabrications, knits, blocks, like how they're shaping things up, different embroidery techniques and printing techniques. So I just kind of sweep through all the stores and just check everything out. But here it is here. It's called APM. So APM markets, if you ever want to come check out the ones, it's not by the big girls market because that one's on the main street. There's a men's one, it's about 4 stories. You have to go up 4 stories before you get to the men's stuff, but it's fucking sick. So let's go in and check it out. All right, just got to the men's section, but basically this is what it's like. So you walk through the doors like this and it will just go like rows and rows and rows of like, each store's about that size, pretty small. And then here's a bunch of new knits that are coming through. And then it's just store after store after store. So obviously people specialize in different things. There's like denim in front of me, but this is kind of it. I'll give you a flip around. Suits. And just go around and around and around. And then as you can see, all the little bags on the ground, those are the people that have made purchases already. So if they run a store, they'll come through, pick them up, and then take them back to their store. But heaps of cool things already. I'm gonna put the camera down and start cruising around. But yeah, fuck, I love this place. One of my favorite places.